Alright, so we have got a brace on the bottom of the flue here. Now, I know it's wood. We'll replace it with metal later on. But technically and theoretically, because it's an insulated thing, it shouldn't get too flue. It shouldn't get too hot. So that'll do until we can get our metal organised. We don't have the steel here now to build it. So now we just got to go up 3 lots, and this is a condensation cap which goes underneath, and then any condensation can come out through there. We've got a little valve to close that off, but that's just so any condensation that builds up in the pipe can leak out, and hopefully your flue will last longer. Cool. Well, that was the easiest one. That was the tricky one. Trim the roof. Yeah, we will. Get the ladder. Okay. Alright, so we've done a temporary hookup of the, I'll show you here, this is the electronic controller for the unit, which helps fluctuate. That controls the fan, and that the fan speed controls the temperature at which the boiler works. Actually, you got a cable here, so you can plug it in if you want to do like a network control for the thing. So it's a pretty fancy unit. Like I said, we ended up getting the expensive one because you buy cheap ones and you get cheap ones. So Josh, I just showed you right there, is drilling the hole through the wall for the pipes to come through. It's right there. And then so we're doing that so that we know now we're going to hook up the black pipe. So one goes to this one here, and then that's the return, and then the outlet is going to the top here, which is this one here. We've got a T on this one because we're going to put a ball valve here so we can use it as a fill point. But but we need to know where that's coming out the wall so we can prep all the pipe and get all the right spot to aim for in that sense. All right, we'll keep going. it. Hey, morning guys. I thought I'd show you, because I asked in the last video, if any people want to see more, and the response that I got was that I just want to see more of everyday life in Russia. So here's some more everyday life stuff. So we are at one of the fuel stations getting fuel. You can see that unleaded is, like normal gas unleaded is 50 rubles a litre, and then you get the fancy stuff, which is where's it? 90. I think the mid grade is 52 rubles a litre, and the expensive one, oh, they actually don't have it, this one. Some places they have like 100%. It's quite crazy. So just getting fuel, filling up. Filling up is just like it is in most countries. But here what happens is you go in, you say how much you want, you have to pay before you get it, whereas like in Australia you can actually fill up before you, then you go in and pay. Here you pay first and then come out and get it. And you can see they've got got some decorations up for the New Year celebrations. Everything's quite pretty at the moment because it's got an extra layer of snow crystals on it. Makes it look extra New Yearish. And but yeah, this is live. This is what it's like filling up at a Russian service station. And what else can I tell you about it? It's cold this morning. It's minus 20, plus the wind factor is probably closer to minus 30 because there's a wind this morning. But can you see it's a little bit, not misty, but it's just the way the cold affects the light and cold affects the weather. I can already feel my mustache is freezing. You can breathe over it. But there's a bit more of normal life in Russia, Siberia. So today we're going to be continuing on with the heater. Hopefully we'll get it fully operational today. All things going well. We think we ironed out most of the few parts we didn't have. We got them yesterday afternoon. So we're going to be finishing the piping and running it through the house. And then the other thing is, I showed you the pump yesterday. We had trouble. We had a small pump, like a fuel pump or an oil pump, but there's just too much pressure required to get it into the system. So we're going to use a proper pressure pump, like a house pressure pump, to do it and get that going. But I would think first we're going to have to get the fire going and get the pump heated up, so that we can, because there's always if you're not keeping your house pump warm, even if there's no real water in there, the impeller will have enough water around it to seize it up, and so we'll have to heat that up, and then we'll be able to use the pump. Okay, we're going for it. All right, Josh has got the pipes all connected. Looking good. That's very nice red spaghetti. Now we're going to try and pressure test the whole thing. We are pumping the antifreeze into the system. You can see the first one's got pressure in it there. Unfortunately, we had some leaks, not in our work, but actually in the manifold joints right here, which have a rubber O-ring seal. But they were leaking as well, so we had to fix them. It's a bit disappointing. Getting some airflow coming out of the system, which is a good sign. And now we're just checking for any leaks in the rest of the system. All right, I had to bring you out again with the sun on it. You really see how it looks now. Sun's cleared. Really spectacular. You can see over there, the sun gets, if you're on this side, lights it up. I don't know if you can see out that way, in between the gap there, another big stand of trees. I don't know if you can see, but actually it's glistening. In the sun it'll be melting a little bit, it's actually glistening. It's very pretty. You can see the sun's out, this side of the roof's already starting to melt. You can hear it dripping. This is exactly the reason why we get the south sun this way, to the south. And well, the sun's to the north of us obviously, but the sunshine with windows. But this side house gets all lit up. Lots of warmth coming in through there, and lots of light coming in through those windows, which is really nice. And as soon as obviously we replace them with the new windows, which will happen not next week because I'm away next week, but when I get back, I'll spin around this way. When I get back, that'll probably be the first job we do, is install those windows. Actually, they're forecasting that the first few days when I get back after that actually quite mild, sort of -1, -2, so that'll be quite good temperature for installing the windows. It's not really the problem with the windows is not the temperature as much as but the spray foam we have to use around them. If you want that to work really well, you don't want that to be cold. You want it to have time to fully open up and cure in place, and that gives the real effect of the insulation. So that's what we have to. That's why we don't want to do it when it's really cold. But fortunately, it looks like it's going to be quite mild when I get back, and then the floor heating will be up and running by then. We're just doing that pumping through right now. I've got some coal coming this afternoon, which I'll try and show you when it arrives, and hopefully that'll be fully operational for the whole week that I'm away, because Josh is going to be here still, and so that means the house will be fully warm, and yeah, we'll have to put the windows in, and then that's a really exciting stage. Then we really get to start doing the patch the walls and prepping them and getting ready for painting and the stuff that really looks like a house, so it doesn't look like an old abandoned house anymore. It actually start looking like a cared for house.